Hey, what's going on, Z Nation? Zaid here on ZLN. And today, guys, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Memphis Grizzlies tonight. Guys, what another disappointing loss for the Los Angeles Lakers that they suffered tonight against the Grizzlies. Obviously, when you saw the game, the Lakers were pretty competitive when it came to the first, second, and third quarter. But once again, the fourth the fourth quarter situation, it really fell apart for the Los Angeles Lakers when it came down to it. It was not really went according to plan when everything uh, you know came down to it. It should have been a win, especially when the Lakers play better at home when they do away games. But this time, unfortunately, the Lakers could not capitalize on dominating in the fourth quarter, but instead, the Memphis Grizzlies came up with a win in a blowout game in the fourth quarter. Um, with this loss, the Lakers are, I believe, they're now 17 of 19 as their record. I might be mistaken. I can check it real quick and yeah, 17 and 19 as their record. So I'm not sure if the Lakers are still within the standings, within the 10th seed, or they fell out. Yeah, they fall off. The Golden State Warriors just beat the Detroit Pistons tonight. So obviously it was supposed to be an easy win for them anyway because they're facing one of the worst teams in the NBA. So um, it just gave the Golden State Warriors a win, so it just knocked the Lakers down to the 11th seed. So they're out of the play-in and out of the playoffs when it comes down to it. So it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate where the Lakers are at this particular moment, but now more than ever, change needs to happen. Change needs to happen tremendously, and trades are obviously going to start to emerge real quick. And Lakers management, Rob Pelinka, Genie Bus have to make decisions. When it comes to the Lakers' future moving forward now, and with the reports that we've been hearing, according to multiple sources from Shams Charania's reporting, is that Darvin Ham, he's in the hot seat. When it comes to his job security, and now more than ever, there could be a potential firing of Darvin Ham if the Lakers continue to lose games, easy winnable games, especially when it comes to home games. Scenarios and starting off the year losing games. I mean, that tells you right there that it's just calling for Darvin Ham firing. So I want to get into all the details and the game, what we saw tonight, what went wrong, and obviously what went right when we came down to the first half, going to the third quarter, and then just the Lakers basically falling apart in the fourth quarter. And I will get into all of that for sure. And obviously the future of the Lakers moving forward after this, and just Darvin Ham's job security and maybe potential trades that we we as Lakers fans want to happen soon because at this particular moment it is just not going according to plan, and it's just the Lakers are falling apart in front of our eyes when it comes down to it. So I want to get into all that, but before this, like always, please make sure to like this live stream, and of course, like this live stream, and of course, follow me all across social media, Facebook, Instagram, X, and just follow me all across social media there, and I'll leave links to my social media sites in the description of this live stream so you guys can check me out and show me the love support. And always, guys, I really do appreciate all the love support, and we have a great audience here on YouTube and of course on social media, especially on Facebook. We are growing very well on Facebook on my page ZLN. Please, like me and follow me on on Facebook, and of course, follow me on my other social media sites: Facebook, Instagram, X, and of course, TikTok and Threads. And I'll leave links to those in the description of this live stream so you guys can check me out. Um, but as always, just subscribe to the channel as well on YouTube, ZLN, and just share my live streams and share my videos all over social media, all over the internet. So I really appreciate it. And without further ado, let's just get right into it with this Lakers loss. Obviously, Lakers loss in a bad way when it comes down to it. There's no other way to say it. It is a bad situation where the Lakers are at now. Obviously, the Lakers did beat the Memphis Grizzlies before a couple of months ago, but they weren't without John Morant. And John Morant tonight really came to the plate and stepped up for his team and dominated against the Los Angeles Lakers. And when it comes down to it, um, Jackson Jr. He led the Memphis Grizzlies tonight in a big way out there tonight. I mean, he dominated with 31 points, had 9 rebounds, and 3 blocks out there tonight. And if you just notice how the Memphis Grizzlies played, they played very well when it comes to shooting. Their shooting efforts was sensational out there tonight for the Los Angeles against the Los Angeles Lakers. So, and some may say it's an outlier, and I believe it is. I mean, when you look at the numbers of shooting, I mean, just looking at Marcus Smart's numbers, I mean, he went 8 of 14 from the three. Jackson Jr. went 5 of 6 from the three. And then you look at Desmond Bain, who went 5 of 8 from the three. And just in general, as a team, the percentage, they shot 51% from the three. And they're not known for shooting threes as a team. So this is really an outlier when it comes down to it. The Lakers got outscored, and out shooting from the Memphis Grizzlies tonight. And I think that was the main reason of their downfall tonight against them. So we can obviously make that as an argument for it, but it's no excuse, I have to say. I mean, the Lakers had all the capabilities in the world to beat this team, beat the Memphis Grizzlies, and especially at home, where things obviously Lakers do better when they play at home than they do in away games, as I always mentioned. So, um, this time around, it was just a bad scenario for the Los Angeles Lakers when it comes to facing the Memphis Grizzlies tonight. I mean, they really did not see it. They did not see that coming. They didn't see it coming, and it's just a tough scenario when it comes down to it. When it comes to the Lakers and their situation and what they obviously have to deal with at the moment. So when it comes to the losses and just the bad rotations and obviously the rumors that we're hearing when it comes to Darvin Ham's job security. So it's just a tough scenario here where the Lakers are at. So but obviously, when you look at the rest of the stats tonight for the Lakers, they were out rebounded by the Memphis Grizzlies. The Lakers had 13 steals though, and they only had 3 blocks and had 13 turnovers to the Memphis Grizzlies 17. So, but I have to say the Lakers were really struggling defensively, especially when it came to playing defense against the threes, where the Memphis Grizzlies were just raining on the Lakers on that. So it was just a bad scenario all across the board when it came down to it. I mean, the Lakers just lacked defense in that particular area. And offensively, the Lakers got things going in the first, second, and third. I mean, you can make the argument that they lost the lead a bit where they were dominating in the first, but they managed to keep leading in the against the Memphis Grizzlies and they were just going back and forth in the third. But when it comes down to it, and it's been that type of pattern, the fourth quarter always falls against the Lakers when it comes to their performances in the fourth. They just always, let their guard down in the fourth and just they don't play aggressive in the fourth quarter. So it's just another scenario, and there's been numerous times that we saw the Lakers did this. I mean, just going back to in December when they were facing the San Antonio Spurs. I mean, the Lakers with Anthony Davis playing and LeBron was out, they were dominating in the first, second, and third. But then when it came down to the fourth, the Spurs decided to, step up. And even though the Lakers managed to control the game in the fourth and not let the game get away from them, and they won at that game actually, um, it was just a bad moment there where we were like, damn, they should not allow that to happen ever again. But obviously, it did once again against the Memphis Grizzlies tonight. So it is a tough scenario where the Lakers always do this in the fourth quarter situations. So it's on the Lakers when it comes down to it, and and just lack of motivation, lack of effort in the fourth quarter. It's just no other way to sugarcoat it. It is a bad game for the Lakers in the fourth quarter. But when you look at the stats tonight, obviously, when you look at LeBron James stepping up finally for the Los Angeles Lakers after a couple of games where he just hasn't been himself, especially the worst performance, a couple of days ago with him just I believe he only put up 6 points. I believe I might be mistaken, maybe 12 out there. But it was just a bad performance last time. But this time around, he stepped up. 32 points out there tonight. Went 4 of 9 from the three, 5 rebounds, 7 assists, and had 5 steals for the Los Angeles Lakers. So he had a really good performance out there tonight for the Los Angeles Lakers. So it was just another scenario where LeBron, when he needs to and has to step up for the Lakers. That's what he did tonight, and we were just waiting for that. I was waiting for it. I mean, the past couple of games, he hasn't been, and obviously that mainly has to do with maybe him being under the weather, as we all heard the reports that he was dealing with some illness. So maybe that played a big role of his lack of performance for the past couple of games. But this time around, he stepped up to the plate, and even though in the last game he left the arena and not spoke to reporters, there was a lot of question around his um, dedication to the team, and there was it's been questionable at that particular moment. But I guess when you put up 32 points and the numbers that you put up went 4 of 9 from the three, especially him raining threes in the first half, it was just. But I think since then he missed a lot in the second half. So you know maybe that played a big role of the Lakers losing tonight. But we can all have certain opinions about that. But obviously, LeBron, stepped up to the plate and helped the Lakers out in a big way out there tonight. So great job out there for LeBron. Anthony Davis continuously putting up MVP caliber numbers. He's been our guy when LeBron was just not being himself late for the past couple of games. I mean, he has been letting it up, putting up MVP caliber numbers. He has been healthy so far, and I hopefully, knock on wood, he keeps it up because it's been a a tough scenario where the Lakers are at when it comes to the situation that we're dealing with when it comes to rotations and players not playing the role. But Anthony Davis, though, he has been putting up some great numbers out there tonight. I mean, putting up 31 points and went 13 of 22 from the field, 6 rebounds and 4 assists. So not the type of numbers that we usually see from him on the rebounding side defensively. But scoring offensively, he was there, helping the Lakers out as best as he can. Went for 6 rebounds and 4 assists, and had 2 blocks out there tonight for the Los Angeles Lakers. So, just he had a great night, obviously tonight, but it just wasn't enough for the Lakers to win this game. Austin Reaves, 19 points out there tonight, had 12 assists, 7 rebounds, and had 2 steals out there tonight. So, he was doing his thing, even though the threes are still not raining in for Austin Reaves lately. So it's been a tough situation when it comes down to it for him. But, it's mainly this team. This team lack of shooting obviously has not been in their favor when it comes down to it. And I'm seeing some comments. I'm going to read your comments for sure. I just want to finish my analysis of the game and give my opinion before I read your comments. But just by reading the comments, I see Torian Prince's name and I hear a comment, Adam. So I will read them out once I end my analysis of the game. Just bear with me in a bit. Um, but obviously tonight, Austin Reaves, 19 points, playing for 40 minutes out there tonight with 12 assists. So he did his thing. He did the best that he can. With the circumstances and the situation that we are dealing with when it comes to just some of the players not stepping up. So um, just a great night, a solid night for Austin Reaves. Torian Prince, he had 10 points out there tonight. He had two steals out there and one block. He went 3 of 7 from the three. So we can all make the argument that the Lakers, shooting wise, is still lacking. But at the same time, they're trying to make them, but in bad situations. That's what the bottom line is when it comes down to it. So, and Torian Prince has been that way throughout the season. He has some nights where he lets it up, and then a couple of them he doesn't. So there's not a lot of consistency around his shooting, and we all know and frustrated about when it comes to Torian Prince for sure. So um, I said this in my last live stream, and I think Adam, you were on it. You We all said it. we I'm hoping that Darvin Ham decides it very soon that we should bench Torian Prince when it comes to his lack of shooting and the lack of effort that he's been putting up for this team, and just instead have maybe Jared Vanderbilt or maybe Rui Hachimura. But Rui Hachimura at the moment is still dealing with an injury along with D'Angelo Russell. So maybe those guys not being in the game maybe hurt the Lakers not winning tonight. Maybe that played a big role. But I don't know. I think the Lakers have all the capabilities on this. With the rotation and what's currently on the roster without those guys, they could have won the game, honestly. But this just lack of effort and lack of rotational players playing their role to help the team out. So it's just a tough situation when it comes down to it. But Torian Prince, 10 points, 3 of 7 from the three. Still, I want some change, but I don't know. Maybe Darvingham sees something that we not. So, you know, we'll get into Darvingham in a little bit for sure. So just stay with me and please give me your thoughts in the comment section. So I'll read them out after I give my analysis. So bear with me, guys. I really do appreciate it, and I really do appreciate your love and support. Cam Reddish, 8 points, 2 of 3 from the three, and had 2 rebounds and 1 steal. When you look at the second unit, obviously it's lacking effort from the second unit because obviously we had to play 8-man rotation, and it's just sad reality that obviously we're missing D'Angelo Russell, as I said, and Rui Hachimura plays a big role of the rotation as well. So but obviously tonight there was not a lot of effort from our second unit. Christian Wood putting up 11 points though, 1 of 2 from the three, and had 5 rebounds and 1 steal. A solid night for him, but his efforts were just not enough for to bring that energy coming off the bench. So it's unfortunate, but at the same time, he stepped up his role out there tonight. Then you have Max Christie only putting up 2 points. Then Jared Vanderbilt, no scoring on his part offensively, but defensively he was there with 5 rebounds and 1 steal out there tonight. So with that being said, you know, I still want to change. I want change from this Lakers roster moving forward after this loss and many there's going to be potential many more losses to come if the Lakers keep this up because it's just not working at this moment. I mean, I am just so disappointed of how the Lakers have been since the NBA in-season tournament. It's been totally unacceptable for them to lose winnable games that are obviously games that they should win, and especially at home when you have, honestly, in my opinion, an easy schedule in the month of January of 2024, that you're obviously going to play home more often than you do in away games. You only have maybe 4 or 5 road games in the month of January. So this is a perfect opportunity for the Lakers to stack up wins when you're at home. And obviously, as I said in the past, the Lakers play better when they do at home. So it is a tough situation where the Lakers uh, are missing opportunities, and they're missing opportunities that they could obviously, um, you know, do whatever they can to win games, especially at home. But unfortunately, it just hasn't been the case. And you know, most of that maybe has to do, with obviously Darvin Ham. His rotations and certain lineups that he puts up is obviously, hurting the chemistry of the team. And that's why we saw the report from Shams Charania from multiple sources that there's some disconnect from Darvin Ham and the Lakers locker room. And obviously, we'll be hearing the rumors and the talks. I even went live last night talking about this potential hot seat situation with Darvin Ham and the Lakers. But we all heard today, especially from the boss, the queen of LA, of the LA Lakers in Jeannie Buss, basically saying that she supports Darvin Ham. So once you get that from the bosses and obviously from Rob Palinka and his support, it seems that Rob Palinka, so excuse me, Darvin Ham's job security is safe at the moment. It's safe at the moment, so we're not going to see any moves or any decision making coming down very, very soon. So, it's just a tough situation where things are, and most fans, including myself, I was calling for it recently that the team should fire him, and maybe a new coach will come in and change the chemistry of the team. But unfortunately, with the accomplishments that Darvin Ham has made throughout his first year head coaching, um, shows you that I don't blame the management saying, what, we're not going to get rid of him anytime soon, because obviously last year we reached the Western Conference Finals because of him, and you make the argument maybe LeBron and Anthony Davis played a big role in it, but him doing it as well. And then obviously the first coach ever to win the NBA in-season tournament. But since then, the Lakers haven't been the same. So it's just been a tough scenario, a really tough situation where things obviously are not going according to plan. And the Lakers have been losing more games since. And it's just, I guess you could say it's the curse of winning the NBA in season tournament. It's probably that way. And most people will agree with me on it. But it is a situation where you can obviously think about that. But, it is, just change needs to happen. And if it's not going to happen with the coaching, then the second alternative is trades. Trades are obviously going to happen. It's going to happen. But obviously, the Lakers need to find the right trade and the right assets that need to be put in play that will obviously not diminish our roster, but at the same time, it benefit us and to improve, so we can obviously have uh, a type of situation where we can start winning. And it's going to be a long way. Obviously, we have a month to go until the trade deadline to see what the Lakers will do to make any type of decisions when it comes down to improving the roster. Obviously, we heard about Zach Levine's trade rumors, and then we hear about uh, I can't say it, DeJounte Murray trade rumors, lately. So those are the top two guys that we're thinking about. The Lakers are thinking about when it comes to trading for. So it's another scenario where things are obviously, um, you know, the Lakers have to really think about when it comes to those potential trades. So, we just have to wait and see what the Lakers need to do. But those right now is a situation where the Lakers need to make a change big time, either coaching or making a trade. That's the only alternative now because with the roster the way it is now, that's what we have to deal with at the moment. And it's unfortunate because the Lakers have all the capabilities in the world to win games with this type of roster. And we saw it. I mean, we saw it during the NBA in-season tournament, the beginning of the season. We saw them, trying to build a chemistry with this team. And, it's obviously been working, but at the same time, the Lakers have been losing games, that are supposed to be winnable ones, but it just hasn't been the case. So it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate that the Lakers continue to lose games, but it's been tough. But I'm hoping the Lakers will resolve it very, very soon with trades, or if there's still a disconnect with with Darvin Ham and the Lakers locker room, and players are going to be speaking out against the coach, then yeah, maybe a coaching change will happen sooner rather than later, and then maybe trades will happen after that. But we just have to wait and see what the Lakers managements and the coach and the owners will do to improve the Lakers. So just want to read your comments here. I really do appreciate your guys' patience. I really want to get into my own thoughts and opinions about the analysis of the games and just my opinion so far with this team. And I just really do appreciate all of you for your patience. I really do appreciate it. Just got a comment here from Adam. I really do believe that Prince is the major problem. We are kicking ass with Wood in there and took a big lead. Then Ham put Prince for Wood, and the game turned around within a couple of minutes. Yeah, I mean, when we saw in the first quarter, it was just amazing. The Lakers obviously were blowing out the Memphis Grizzlies in the first quarter. I mean, they had a big lead on them, and Christian Wood shot a three, then LeBron shooting threes. I mean, it was going uh, a really good trajectory of how things were going for the Lakers in this game. And then obviously the second quarter happened, and we saw that change. Kind of went in a different direction. I mean, Christian Wood was out of the game, and then you had Torian Prince come in, and I really agree. I mean, things really turned around uh, badly for the Lakers when he came back in. So that's why I said in this my analysis and even my last live stream about and go check it out, guys. I basically said that Torian Prince should be benched because of his lack of shooting and just lack of effort and consistency that we haven't been seeing from him that we saw in the preseason. So he hasn't been living up to that, and it's been hard to watch. So I don't know. Darvin Ham should really consider either Jared Vanderbilt, Rui Hachimura, or even Christian Wood, who's been obviously letting it up, especially when we saw what we saw from him in the first quarter. So, yeah, I absolutely agree. If Torian Prince is the problem with the Lakers not winning games, and if, I don't know, throw in Christian Wood, throw in Jared Vanderbilt, replace, you know, Torian Prince for those guys. Maybe when Rui Hachimura returns, maybe he would get the spot. You never know. But yeah, I absolutely agree. Thank you for your comment, Adam. I really appreciate it. From Rabbit, embarrassing losing to the Grizzlies, especially at home. This team does not respond to Darvin Ham. Yeah, I mean, especially in the fourth quarter, they don't really respond to him. And, I think the frustration of the players is that they don't know what their role is on the team. And for Darvin Ham to not give the um, the players opportunities to just let them play their own type of basketball and let them, somehow just allow them to play uh, instead of just looking at his schemes and what he wants to see from their players. It's obviously frustrating the players for sure. But at this particular moment, it's going back to what I said. I mean, with the rumors that we heard last a couple of days ago, that the disconnect from Darvin Ham with the Lakers locker room is pretty questionable it's something to really think about when it comes down to that. I mean, it is something that obviously when you lose the locker room and the players not giving you the respect because of it, that alone screams out that you should be fired because of it. Because if you're losing the team and we're losing games because of it, arguably shouts out that you are not fit to coach this team, and a change needs to happen. Now, like I said in my last live stream last night, I don't see the Lakers hiring anybody if they do fire Darvin Ham. Um, you know that they will look for a new head coach right away. I don't think it's going to happen. I think they're going to do that in the off season. That's why I think Phil Handy will fill in the role of Darvin Ham when it comes down to that. So, I just think that will be the top guy at the moment that will be replacing Darvin Ham if he does get fired. Phil Handy. Phil Handy will be the guy um, to do it, to replace, to be the head coach temporarily for the rest of the season. So, it's just that type of scenario that we could potentially see. So, but yeah, I mean, if the team is not responding to Darvin Ham, then that's a problem. But as we all heard today, Jeannie Buss supports Darvin Ham. Rob Pelinka supports Darvin Ham. And even on First Take, I was hearing what Stephen A. had to say, and he basically said that do not blame Darvin Ham for the Lakers' woes, because obviously LeBron needs to obviously show his efforts and show his support around the coach, and for him to play the right basketball that needs to be played. And in some instance, I agree with Stephen A. had to say, but at the same time, it's all about the coach. His rotation, nothing but horrendous, experimenting with the starting lineups and certain rotations, giving players these particular minutes. I mean, we saw what he did with Jackson Hayes. I mean, giving him opportunities more than Christian Wood, where Christian Wood is obviously a guy who can obviously play great defensively and a guy who can shoot and give you around 12 to 13 points if it's needed. And obviously when it comes to rebounding, the guy is also is you know great at it. I mean, it gives you 7 to 8 rebounds a game, and when it comes to blocks, it gives you like 1 to 2 blocks a game. And when it comes to shooting threes as a big, he gives you around like 1 to 2 um, 3 pointers a game. So, you know, even though I want to see LeBron and Anthony Davis step, I mean, they're already doing it. I mean, it's not saying that they're not, but for Stephen A to say that, it kind of puts into question that maybe LeBron needs to, be the leader of the team and rally around, you know, the team, and obviously, be the supporter for Darvin Ham. But at the same time, we saw what he did a couple of days ago, leaving the arena because of losing, and the losses that we've been receiving. Because as it stands now, the Lakers are, I believe, on a 4-game losing streak now. Where it's sad. It's a bad situation where we're at when it comes to the circumstances of where we're at when it comes to the Lakers not winning games, and it's winnable games. It's winnable games. We could have beaten the Heat a couple of days ago. We could have beaten the Memphis Grizzlies at home, no less. So, it is a tough situation for sure. And it just sucks to see it. Sucks to see what the Lakers were they're at. But if it continues to be this way and there's a disconnect with the team, then even though with the reports, as I said, with Jeannie Buss support for Darvin Ham and Rob Pelinka, um, it doesn't really matter if somehow Lakers continue to lose games. Darvin Ham's job is still he's still on the hot seat. when it comes to his job security. So that doesn't excuse anything. He will potentially get, um, you know, his, his, he will potentially get fired, when it comes down to it. So let's see here from Adam. In my opinion, Darvin Ham's got to go regardless of what they told him. We won't make the playoffs with him coaching. I mean, if he, like I said, if it continues to be this trajectory of the Lakers losing games and the disconnect, as we heard from the rumors from Shams Charania, then there's no doubt that he has to leave the team. He has to be parted ways with the team. If that is the scenario that what we're hearing. But obviously, when we hear about Jeannie Buss, as I said, showing support for Darvin Ham, it just tells you that that his job is not really on the line. But if he continues to lose games like this and putting up bad rotations and bad lineups, and it just shouts out, that the team is frustrated with the coach, and if LeBron is, and Anthony Davis is your top two stars, that are the franchises of your team, then there's no doubt that you are going to be in the hot seat and potentially be fired because of it. So, you know, Jeannie Buss and Rob Pelinka can say whatever they want, but at the same time, I'm telling you right now, I am not going to. Uh, Darvin Ham is not going to stay as long much longer as the head coach. So, um, but yeah, I agree absolutely. Thank you, Adam. I really appreciate it. Um, let's see here. I want to read some more comments here. Um, and for those of you who are joining me, thank you all so much for your love, support. I really appreciate it. Uh, let's see. Uh, okay. Let's see here. I'm just reading some of the comments here. Basically, point. Okay. Um, Okay, let's read this one. I really appreciate Empowered with Iggy, your comments that you put up here. But I just wanted to read just a couple because I went for 38 minutes. I just want to end this live stream pretty soon. So my apologies if I not read all your comments, but here's one I will read. The NBA teams are playing the whole new brand of offense basketball, that modern and uh, progressive. Okay. We are playing old basketball, playoff style basketball that doesn't work anymore. We need new coach ASAP. And I also saw the comment before that you are. There was also one here. Uh, we have no. Okay, hold on. Let's see. No ball movement. The Standard are still watching. I'm watching the other teams with good coaches like Nick Nurse and the coach bringing back new ideas. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe Darvin Ham needs to add more to his coaching style. I mean, that could be a scenario that can obviously save his job, maybe. So I agree with that for sure. There's no doubt that that needs to obviously get resolved when it comes to that for sure. And I like Nick Nurse. What he's doing for the 76ers after even the Toronto Raptors, it just shows you that, he is a good coach. He is a really good coach when it comes down to it. So, and if the Lakers would have waited maybe one more year to hire a head coach, then Nick Nurse would have been a Los Angeles Laker if somehow he was given the opportunity. But I don't know. He's doing great there, obviously. So, but yeah, I mean, new style of basketball for sure. I think maybe is the main reason of why Darvin is not coaching to the best of his ability. So, yeah, I absolutely agree. No doubt in my mind for sure. Thank you, Empowered. with Iggy. I really appreciate your comments here. From Darwin needs to realize which players we have that we are actually starting caliber players. Braun, AD, Austin Woods, Rui sometimes do D'Lo and Vando. Something sometimes are the only ones. Yeah, I mean those are the only guys that are really playing their roles. When it comes to this team, I mean, those are the only guys really that are stepping up. I mean, Torian Prince, Kevin Reddish, lately, and even Max Christie. Those guys are not playing their roles on the team. That obviously haven't really lived up to the expectations that we thought from them. But obviously Jared Vanderbilt, Christian Wood, and as you said, from Rui and even D'Angelo Russell, those guys, and even LeBron Anthony. There's no need for LeBron Anthony Davis. We already know how they play. I mean, those guys are top five, top 10, you know, top players in the NBA when it comes to their talent, what they bring to the table. So, but it's mainly those other guys. I mean, uh, you know, Austin Reaves too. I mean, those guys would Rui, Jared Vanderbilt, and even D'Angelo Russell. They obviously know what their role on the team, but maybe in the sense maybe D'Angelo Russell doesn't really know. I mean, he's supposed to be the third option for the team, but we haven't really been seeing that from him when he was playing so far in the starting lineup for the Los Angeles Lakers. But it's just been a roller coaster for him. And now he's out of out of the starting lineup. He's coming off the bench, and he's currently injured, so it just sucks. But at the same time, um, he does know his role on the team. That's a other thing. So yeah, absolutely. Darvin just really needs to know his players and what their skill set is and what's really best for their skill set to help us win games. So my hope is that he just realized it and somehow going back to what Empowered with Iggy said, um, he just needs to add some more skills and more coaching styles, newer coaching styles to his repertoire, to his coaching. So maybe will change things around for the Lakers. You never know. Um, but yeah, I mean, it's a tough situation. Where the Lakers are at. Like I said, if the coaching will not be changed, then the trade will. And as I mentioned, there's a couple of names that are out there with Murray and Levine. Those are the two guys at the moment that are the Lakers are looking at. But obviously, the Lakers have to give up a lot for those potential guys, especially Zach Levine and Dejounte Murray. Those are the guys and the teams are going to be asking for. But um, I just, listened to, or no, sorry, read a report from Chris Haynes. He basically an NBA insider. He basically said that if there's this type of scenario where the Chicago Bulls are speaking with teams and saying, you know what, we just want to get rid of Zach Levine no matter what. So, just give us whatever you want. And, obviously that would be a good news for the Lakers when it comes to if there's a scenario we can get Zach Levine uh, by getting him for less, then that would be great. But at the same time, though, DeJounte Murray is really interesting to me. His defense will play a big role for the Lakers, the type of fit that he brings to the table. And like I heard from a couple of days ago, from a certain report that when it comes to Dejounte Murray, the reason that he's not playing to the best of his ability in Atlanta is because he's more of a point guard than he is as a shooting guard. He's a combo guard, but when you have a guy like um, Trey Young, who is mainly the main point guard of your team, it kind of diminished your style of play. And obviously we saw how he played when he was with the San Antonio Spurs, and just a couple of years into playing in Atlanta. When he plays point guard, the guy can give you up to 20 to 25 points a game, gives you 7 rebounds a game, at that particular position, and he was just named uh, first team all defensive team. So that tells you, and plus he's an all-star. So that right there alone was the type of fit defensively that he can bring to the table for the Lakers. Just imagine the fit that he'll be next to Anthony Davis and LeBron, even Austin Reaves, who was an offensive type player. Just a combination of those guys. I mean, that obviously, personally, I think it's more fitting than what Zach Levine does. And he just returned tonight, and I think he gave up like what 15 points out there tonight in his return. So we're not sure about the status of his health, what he will be for the team. So I don't know. It's just a tough situation where the Lakers need to do to improve the team via trade. So those are the two guys at the moment. But if there's a trade out there that I would say, you know what, that is worthy of trading Austin Reaves and potential picks. I mean, the trade I'm thinking about is Donovan Mitchell. If the Lakers can get Donovan Mitchell, okay, fine. Throw in Austin Reaves. Throw in, D'Angelo Russell. Throw in the first round pick. That's fine with me. I want, Donovan Mitchell on the team. That's just me. I want that to happen. So um, let's make that happen. Let's make that type of trade, or a Kyrie Irving trade. That will be a worthy of a Austin Reaves trade. But an Austin Reaves for DeJounte Murray or Zach Levine for a package deal with Austin Reaves is just a bit too much for me, especially when you're throwing in, not only D'Angelo Russell, but you're also throwing in Rui in the trade. So that is a scenario there that the Lakers really need to think about when it comes to uh, trading for any player out there to improve the team. And even Rob Pelinka said, I mean, I heard it from First Take is that from Brian Windhorst is that Rob Pelinka, he doesn't want to get rid of this depth that we have. And I agree. I love this depth that we have. But at the same time, some of them are not playing to the best of their abilities. And we're seeing it. The Lakers are in a losing streak now. And now we fall into the out of the play in. We're within the 11th seed in the Western Conference. So it's just not good news there for the Lakers. So, um, but yeah, I mean, it's a scenario there where Rob Pelinka and the Lakers management's upstairs, they have to really consider the situation and hopefully, find a solution. But obviously, it needs to benefit the team so they can start winning and being competitive in the Western Conference. And, that's just the scenario there. And my hope is that the Lakers will find some sort of way to potentially um, improve the team for the better. So yeah, guys. I mean, I really appreciate all of you for joining me on this live stream once again. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Rabbit, and also thank you, Empowered with Iggy, for your guys' commentary. Oh, sorry. Oh, there's a comment here. I want to. Oh, I missed that. Sorry about that. Let me read this comment before I end this live stream. A lot of people are blaming the players, but there's only three guys that know their role on the team. On this team, LeBron, Anthony Davis, and Prince. Everybody else is uh, confused. Um, yeah, I mean LeBron and Anthony Davis for sure. Yeah, they know their role on the team, and yeah, I mean you can make the argument that Torian Prince knows his role on the team, but he just hasn't been that accurate with his consistency. So other than that, the rest of them are throwing their heads up in the air and looking at Darvin Ham and saying, you know what, what's my role, man? What's my role on the team? You're changing the lineups almost every single day. So, yeah, I agree for sure. It is a scenario there where, you know, the Lakers, the players, they don't know what their role on the team, especially players like Austin Reaves and Vando for sure, Rui, especially Rui, because the guy when he was starting for the Lakers and Darvin Ham allowing him to play what he needs to play on the role on his team, he lets it up. He shows up for the Lakers for sure. But you know, he just for a guy like him, he still doesn't know what his role on the team is. So coaching for sure is to blame for sure for all of this chaos that we were dealing with. So really, for sure. Thank you, Adam. I really appreciate your comment. Rabbit, if Jeannie Buss is all in on Darvin Ham, then the Lakers are doomed this season. I mean, just hearing that from Jeannie Buss kind of says, you know what, that his job is safe at the moment. But at the same time, I can understand her thinking though. And like I said before, guys, I mean, I said it, Darvin Ham did accomplish some things very well though for this Lakers organization. Last year, as I said, he reached the Western Conference Finals for the first time, you know, in his young coaching career, and then in his second year as a coach, he won the NBA in-season tournament for the first time in NBA history, and you know when when it was created this season. So it was a good accomplishments that he's been doing so far for the team. And I can understand the support around him for Jeannie Buss from Jeannie Buss and Rob Palenka. So that can obviously play a big role in the rumors that we're hearing. If you're hearing it from the horse's mouth, from Jeannie Buss and Rob Palenka, that they support him and they're not going to fire him, you know, then maybe his job is actually safe. But what we're hearing from certain reports is that he is in losing the team, losing the locker room because of his lack of connection with the team. So team chemistry plays a big role of winning games, and if you're losing that, then you're going to continue to lose games. So yeah, I mean it's been tough for sure. It's been tough for sure, but my hope is now moving forward is that the Lakers just find some sort of hope, find some sort of resolution, for the team to start playing better because it's not working. It's not working whatsoever. So, and my hope is that if it's not the coaching that they're going to get resolved, then the trade deadline will be the goal for the Lakers to turn this season around for the better. So we have to hope and wait and see who is out there the Lakers will improve on. Obviously, finding another star to pair up with LeBron and Anthony Davis to replace D'Angelo Russell, who hasn't been the guy that we expected him to be. So, like I said, we hear Zach LaVine's name, and we hear about DeJounte Murray is in the conversation. But obviously, the Lakers have to give up a lot of assets for those particular players. So, especially Zach LaVine. So, we'd have to wait and see what more trades will start to emerge when it comes to the Lakers' interest in. So we just have to wait and see for sure. So, but yeah, guys, I mean, it's gonna get tough. It's gonna get tough for sure. But like always, we have to keep the hope alive that things will start to change moving forward. Once it gets resolved, we can really start to see this team playing better and hopefully become a contending team in the Western Conference. But change needs to happen. Change needs to happen before anything when it comes to the Lakers and their problems that they're dealing with right now. So I really appreciate all of you for joining me on this live stream. Once again, thank you all. Thank you, Adam. Thank you, Rabbit. Thank you, Empowered by Iggy, for your guys' comments and your conversations that we had on here. It's been nothing but grateful. I'm grateful for all of you for your guys' comments. And if you haven't yet, all of you for reviewing this and watching this live stream, please follow me all across social media: Facebook, Instagram, X. I'm also on TikTok and Threads. So please follow me all across social media. But most importantly, please subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell so you'll be in the know when I go live every single Lakers post game show. And for news, rumors, updates, speculations about the Lakers, especially now, you know, more than ever, we're going to hear a lot of news, rumors, speculations about the Lakers and uh, their problems that they're dealing with. So So please do so. Hit that notification bell, subscribe to the channel. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you all in the next live stream and the next video. Thanks so much for watching. Go Lakers. Go Lakers. Take it easy, guys. Stay safe out there.